What is going on, everybody? I am finally continuing my WrestleMania review series. Sorry I haven't reviewed any of these in like 3 weeks. It's just, I'm super lazy. I'm super lazy, and yeah, so I'm not gonna finish my WrestleMania review series for a while, but I'll finish it eventually. By the way, I didn't review Raw this week is because, well, Monday night I was really tired and I fell asleep early. Then I was gonna do it on Tuesday, and then once again I fell asleep early and I just decided not to do it. But I'll just give my quick thoughts on it. I thought the show was okay, I guess, but the ending to the show, oh my god! Basically having Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar play fucking tug of war for the WWE title. And that's how you build up the main event of WrestleMania? Good God. But anyway. But I'll talk more about that in my predictions video for WrestleMania, which I'll probably do today or tomorrow. So anyway, on to my WrestleMania 6 review. Not a good show. Not a good show at all. I thought this was very, very mediocre. Pretty much maybe below average. So I'm just gonna go through the show quickly because I don't want to, yeah. The first match was Koko Ware versus Rick Martel. This was short, but it was okay. It was fine for what it was. It was just really short. Rick Martel wins, I think, with a Boston Crab. So yeah. Then we got the Colossal Connection, Andre the Giant and Haku versus Demolition, Axe, and Smash for the WWF Tag Team titles. Oh my god. This was so boring. And sadly, this was Andre the Giant's last WrestleMania match ever. His last match ever, WrestleMania, and he doesn't even get tagged into the match. and the match isn't even good. It was just a bunch of big guys like moving slow, and I just didn't like it at all. Demolition wins and they win the tag team titles. Then afterwards, Bobby Heenan starts like slapping Andre and getting on his case for not winning the match. And then Andre beats up Bobby Heenan and he turns face again. So that was actually cool to see. Andre the Giant go out on his career as a face. So yeah, but this match was not good at all. I'd give it like maybe a 1 3/4, 2 stars. Then we got Hercules versus Earthquake. What can I say about this? This was so fucking slow. Nothing at all here. Just thank God it was short, but I mean, what would you expect from guys like Earthquake and Hercules Hernandez? I mean, oh, Jesus fucking Christ. I don't even want to talk about this. It was just bleh. Earthquake gets to win with his ass splash. I know that's not what it's called, but that's what I'm going to call it, his ass splash. And we got Mr. Perfect versus... Mr. Perfect versus Brutus Beefcake. This was alright. I thought it was alright for what it lasted. Yeah, they did some okay wrestling. And Mr. Perfect, he was good here. Brutus Beefcake was alright. You had the Genius in Mr. Perfect's corner. Brutus Beefcake had cut some of his hair like a few weeks earlier. So yeah, Brutus Beefcake wins here. And then afterwards he tries to cut Mr. Perfect's hair, but the Genius gets involved. Then he starts cutting some of his hair. Then Mr. Perfect comes out to his rescue, I think. I think he did. Yeah. So I give it 2.5 stars. Then we got Bad News Brown versus Roddy Piper. And Roddy Piper, half of his body was painted black. Isn't that kind of racist? I don't know what the hell Roddy Piper was doing there, but I don't know. And this match was not good at all. It was like a brawl, but it didn't work. To me, in my opinion, it just didn't work at all. And I think it ended on a double countout. So yeah, you have a brawl end on a double countout. Both guys are fighting the outside and they both get counted out. Whoop-de-doo. I give this like a 1.5 stars. Just not good at all. Then we got the Hart Foundation versus the Bolsheviks. This was not even a match. It was just the Hart Foundation attacking the Bolsheviks from behind before the match even started. And then they just do, forgot what the finishing move was called. They just do it on Borzukov and then get the win in 19 seconds. This was 19 seconds. God. Okay, so there you go. Then we got the Barbarian versus Tito Santana, and this match was actually going on pretty good. It was going on okay. I wanted to see more of it, but out of nowhere, it just ended. It just ended. I mean, this was going along good. I wanted to see more, but the Barbarian, I think, just does some slam or whatever to Tito Santana, and then the Barbarian wins, and then that's it. I mean, they didn't let it build up. I mean, I don't know. I give it like maybe 2 and 1/4 stars for the time they got, but just wish it got more time. Then we got Macho Man Randy Savage and Queen Sherri versus Dusty Rhodes and Sapphire. So Randy Savage goes for a main event in the last 2 WrestleManias for the WWE title to this shit. A terrible mixed gender tag match. Maybe later. This was, and when Sapphire was in the ring, this shit was a train wreck. It was a complete train wreck when she was in the ring. Did not like it at all. Elizabeth was in the corner of Rhodes and Sapphire, and she pushes Sapphire onto Queen Sherri, and Dusty Rhodes and Sapphire get the win. Whoop-de-doo. I think it's like 1 3/4 star. Then we got the Orient Express, Sato and Pat Tanaka versus the Rockers, Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty. This match was going along good. Too bad it had to end on a count out. Yeah, first, I mean, it was going along good, but it was still short. It only got 7 minutes, but still, it was going good. Like, I thought this was gonna be match of the night, but it only lasted 7 minutes and ended on a freaking count out. I mean, Marty Jannetty, he got thrown, like, I think salt thrown in his eyes, and he couldn't see where he was going. He even like went over the barricade into the crowd because he couldn't see, and then he ended up getting counted out. So stupid ending to a match that was going along good, but yeah, I guess 2.5 stars. Only because of really the ending and how short it was. Then we got Dino Bravo versus Hacksaw Jim Duggan. What can you say about this? It was just a lot of just punching and stuff, and Dino Bravo, he sucks, and Jim Duggan, yeah. I get this like 1 star. So yeah, 1 1/4, I don't know. Then we got Ted DiBiase versus Jake Roberts for the $1 Million Championship. And this was going along okay. It was like the longest undercard match of the night. I just thought they could have done more. To be honest, I just thought they could have done more, but I thought it was fine. Ted DiBiase got the win. I think because of a countout. Yeah, this countout I didn't mind much. So yeah, I just didn't mind it much because it actually made sense. So yeah, because they were brawling on the outside. Well, I guess it did make sense. I don't fucking know if it did, but I just didn't mind it that much. Then we got Akeem versus the Big Boss Man. I'm not going to talk about this match. It was just short. It was less than 2 minutes, but that doesn't mean it wasn't bad. It was horrible. It was a horrible minute and 20 seconds. Big Boss Man gets a win. I didn't care. Then we got Rick Rude versus Jimmy Snuka. another match that was going along good, but it couldn't even be more than 4 minutes. I mean, I'm not joking. Like every match on this show that looks like it was going to be good, or was either too short or had a stupid finish. I mean, God, this was one of them. Jesus. So yeah, Rick Rude and Jimmy Snuka, I mean, they were doing good wrestling. Jimmy Snuka was doing good high-flying stuff. Rick Rude was doing good, like, technical wrestling. But he just hits the neck breaker on Jimmy Snuka, and that's it. It was only 4 minutes. I mean, what the fuck. Then we got the main event, and thank God. Because if it wasn't for this main event, I would have given this probably like a 4.5 or 4.75, because 13 matches up to this point, and the highest grade I've given any of these matches, I think, was like 2.5. But yeah, we got the Ultimate Warrior versus Hulk Hogan in the Ultimate Challenge for the WWF Intercontinental Championship and the WWF Championship. And this was fun to watch. This was great to watch. You know, you had Hulk Hogan, who was the top guy at the time, facing against the next top guy in the Ultimate Warrior, who was supposed to be like the next Hulk Hogan, but of course that wasn't to be after he left the company. So yeah, but still at the time he was, and this was just like this is the match that's gonna get the highest rating. Like not all of it is based on match quality. Some of it is also based off of like just the feel of the match alone and how crazy the crowd was going during the match and how like big it was at the time. And it was huge at the time, you know. So yeah, I thought the wrestling though was actually good, maybe like between decent and good. But I'm like giving it maybe an extra like half or a fourth of a star for, like I said, like the story of it, and the story leading to this match, and the atmosphere around the match itself, and how big it was. Oh, and also the story going to it was good. You know, you had Hulk Hogan and the Ultimate Warrior going at it. They were going at it in the Royal Rumble match to get, and they both wanted to challenge each other, and they eventually put on. And Hulk and the Ultimate Warrior puts his Intercontinental title on the line. Hogan puts his WWF title on the line, and it was just good. It was just great. The Ultimate Warrior got the win. Yeah, he got the win when he had to do I think a second splash or whatever. Like he did the Gorilla Press Slam and the splash, and Hulk Hogan kicked out, and I think that's the first time anyone had ever kicked out of the Gorilla Press Slam and the splash. I think, I don't know, but then the Ultimate Warrior did it again, and he eventually pinned Hulk Hogan. And Hulk Hogan, he like kicked out after the 3 count. So yeah, and the Ultimate Warrior also kicked out of the leg drop. I think Hogan did it. But yeah, I'd give this match about 3 1/4 stars. Like I said, also because of the story. Like I'm adding points for the story, and the atmosphere around it. So yeah, and there was pyro everywhere. The Ultimate Warrior was celebrating. Him and Hulk Hogan shook hands and hugged, and it was just good to watch. So yeah, a great ending to a very, very shitty pay-per-view. I'd give this show like a 5 out of 10. About a 5, maybe a 4.75, but I guess I'll just give it a 5. I don't know. Either a 4.75 or a 5, but yeah. Very mediocre show. Did not care for it at all, except the main event. And some of the other matches were okay. So yeah, looking forward to WrestleMania 7. I've heard nothing but great things about that show. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Peace.